Hello, lonely spider. Are you ready to die? What? That was weird. That was really weird. I was like sliding around like a lunatic. Hey. Where do y'all come from anyway? No. Stop. You weren't the hulking... You're the advanced steam concentrator. That's what I thought. So I saw the name hulking Fabricant, and I'm like, no, that's not right. That's the Passage of Whispers. That's the right place, right? Yeah, her powers have been expended by caring for the people of the city. So go to Bamzam Shend and activate the in the place. She say exactly where it is. I don't think so. I think she just says it's down here somewhere. So I don't know whether which door is which. There's the Passage of Whispers. But there's another door, right? She seems skeevy as all hell, though, by the way. I don't like her, really. Hall of Winds. That's probably it, right? Because the storm machine. But yeah, by my book, there is a straight-up, like, invasion situation happening, or a horrible fabricant things are attacking our squares and destroying our statues and, like, being a danger to everybody. And we're like, those people dare have beliefs? I'll show them. It's like, what? No. Focus on the actual problem. Oh god. Stop it with the freaking darts. There we go. You made weird noises for a machine. Of course there's another one. Gotcha. Hello. Actual moving parts. Always happy to see moving parts on machines in a video game. Take that, crap ratter? I don't know. What were they called? It doesn't even look like that, but there was a thing in I'm thinking of a thing from Ninja Turtles that... Mousers. They're called Mousers. Just like the tiny, pitiful, stupid machines. They're mainly invented just because for the children's cartoon, you have to make it so that if there is going to be violence, it has to at least not be towards actual people. Wow, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was weird, by the way. Not only was the violence supposed to be against faceless things like robots and stuff, and even the ninjas were eventually robots, I think, instead of being people. They also, like, in a lot of the versions of their fiction, they couldn't use their own weapons. I think it was in the second movie, specifically. The book appears to be written in an unknown Dwemer language. From schematics, it appears to be manual or machinery maintenance. Can I fit it? Let's take it with me just in case it comes in handy or something. Maybe it comes up for plot reasons. It was really absurd how, like, in some of the Ninja Turtles movies, like, they literally never use their weapons. They're just on their backs. It's like when you see Ryu Hayabusa as a playable character in Dead or Alive, and he's got all these weapons all over his body that he will never, ever use. Spoiled Dwemer oil. Still valuable despite the spoiled part. Another old Dwemer books. These are just everywhere. Okay, so I probably don't need that. Except there's so many of them now I'll never find it again. So let's just let it live in my inventory forever now. Repair tongs, please? Ew, apprentice lockpicks. Gross. Those are repair prongs. They keep calling tongs. And repair hammers. That's the important stuff. A dwarven crossbow. That's the main hallway again. Where this book... None of these machines seem super interactive. Try again, though? Oh. I just took that right off. Concerning. Huh. Well, I can't read their books, so that's not a good sign. Like, I pick up their books and I can't read them, so I don't know what they say. Doesn't really help me figure out how to divine how to use their devices. So Almalexia both doesn't have the power to do the stuff herself, and also doesn't know how I'm supposed to do it, and she barely knows me. I'm just some person that did a weird number of tasks for her for some reason. I basically just shut up out of the blue and was like, let's help Almalexia with tasks. And she's now trusting me enough to do cataclysmic things to the area as a show of power, which seems really dangerous. We're in another place just like that? Passage of Whispers, and I'm in the Hall of Whales. What was that? The halberd? Jinx sword? Why are they called Jinx swords? This just seems weird. Something about the use of that name just bothers me. I'm gonna try to just not pick up stuff anymore because I don't really want to fill my inventory up anymore. Oop. That was a good hit. Take that. Adorable. Alright. Another cylinder. Here. I got one just for you. There you go. Don't really need that added weight. Mostly picked it up on accident, really. I will grab all your repair items, though. Those are useful. Dead. Friends? Ew, scrap metal, get out of here. Way more airship plans, excuse me. Can I read it and look at the picture? Because I want to look at the picture. Public notice, what's this one? Take heed, take warning. Freaking get out of here. That's the one that's like, Pat Yelchin's a bad person. Map of Red Mountain, get out of here. Time to defeat Dagothur. Parchment with scrawlings. How do I have two of those? It just sounds like a generic item. Oh, yeah. Like a poem. Letter from Rick Motorisi. Kagranak's tools. Dagothur's plans. Yeah, I don't need Kagranak anymore. That stuff's all done with. Old Dwemer book. Don't think I need you anymore. Nerevar at Red Mountain. Oh, yeah. It's not even with the other ones. Great. Oh, you can't even look at it. Okay. Well, that happened. Can't even read it anyway, so there we go. Oh, there's one of them here anyway, so I didn't even need to have... Didn't even need to carry hers around necessarily. I'll consider a dungeon. Dwarven mace. That one's dead too. Listen, my crap's never gonna break again at this rate. That's the goal. Well, this place seems fully explored also. Were there any machinery pieces around? I'm hearing constant noise from over here. Did I look at whatever machinery was around here? I don't think there is yeah, I don't think there is any here. I just keep hearing in the background because that's just like what this place sounds like, I guess. Let's try over here now. I'ma get you. I'ma get you. I got you. Didn't even get to wake up. Empty room. This is all tubing. Probably kind of important. Or at least once upon a time. But nowadays it's just a room I can't do anything in, I think. Probably explains how the machine works in some way. Excuse me, why is there just armor? Would you like vaporize them? Hello. There we go, I'm doing a decent job of not getting hit by them so far. So this looks like it might be my goal. That's a bad thing. Whoop. I am not getting hit. Cool. Alright. Are you what I touch? Or are you just another steam thing? It looks like a steam engine. Could go deeper. This place is called Radak's Forge. Ow. Bye-bye. These things are all trying to defend the I feel like I'm doing a bad thing right now, because these replicants show up, or Fabricants show up, and these things are defending this place from the Fabricants. And now I'm destroying them, so they can't defend from against the Fabricants anymore, which just seems like the Fabricants are going to get what they want. Which is probably not great news. Another one of you guys, huh? I feel like the Fabricants getting access to this place is a bad idea, but I'm basically enabling them at this point. The Koror, however you pronounce it, is everywhere. So if I somehow need more, or I run it, or I lose mine, then it's not really an issue. They're everywhere. Look at all these repair items everywhere. Herp. You having troubles with doors? Speaking of poking holes in what's happening around me in this game, you're gonna tell me these people are designed to defend this place, but they can't get through its doors? I haven't tested whether the spiders can make it through doors, but aside from them, there's 3 enemy types here, and 2 of them can't go through doors in their own building. Seems like a bit of a iffy-diffy. Seems pretty iffy to me. Dwemer Satchel Pack. More armoring! I'm gonna armorize forever. A Dwarven Claymore. They need to make up their mind between Dwemer and Dwarven. It feels weird how they use both interchangeably. Why? Why does my character use them interchangeably in particular? Like, why do I switch back and forth between whether I want to call a weapon Dwemer or Dwarven constantly? Woo! I don't need your ramp. I could just go on ridiculous cruises. I could go into beast mode, but I'm just kind of... Nope. My main concern about going into wolf mode is just I'm sure I've got to interact with something. That's like the premise of this mission. And so if I get there and I can't interact, we're in trouble. So something has to get this open, I guess? Maybe? This collapsed rocks. I need to, yeah, activate the Karkstax. Let's just call it the Kurtzakt. That's easier. Even though that's a YouTube channel and not in the name of a machine. But I can say Kurtzakt. You're not a useful room. What am I missing? Because I feel like I've been to dead ends in every direction now, so that's not a great sign. So I guess logical step is to go to the last machine. Hello, ceiling fan. Made of stone. Stone ceiling fan. Huh. Well, you don't see that every day. There's 2 of them? Yeah, there are. Well, it's nice to know that the Dwemer had nice ventilation of their shafts. Shaft ventilation. Can I, like, convince you to go break the thing that needs to be broken, please? Can I fix you? You're a book I can't read. You're a book I can't read. It's just the same books everywhere. Desks are empty. All of their chairs are like covered in ash and stuff. Okay. Well, I'm not really sure what the game wants from me now. I'll try to go back to the last machine I saw and see if I can make it work. Maybe if I power something on, I can do something that will lead to, like, the passage that's blocking my way crumbling somehow. I honestly don't even know how to make that one disappear. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, weird. When you toggle them like that, they stay open. I forgot about that. I haven't used that like all game. Okay. Where's the big old thing? You. Go there. No. All you did was go on the floor. Looking for the interactive piece of this thing. If there is one, I can't really tell. What if I just hit it and it broke and then that would make the collapse go away? Like, alright. Not the best sign. Well, this is clearly a dead end. So let's go back to the crumbled wall and see if we can do anything else that I'm missing. How about you? No. So what stands out about the crumbled wall on this far end is that you can highlight it and a name pops up. So clearly it's not just an inanimate dead end. This one's special for some reason. Boink. Collapsed rocks. Okay. I guess we should just search the local rooms for anything that's a clue. Something I can make, like maybe I can turn something on that'll shake them loose. That was the first thought. Or I can find an item that matters. Doubt the claymore matters. That's just ebony. Cogs. The Dwemer satchel packs. We've never seen those before, so let's just grab those. And see if those are relevant. Is it like a satchel, like, explosion? Is that what it is? Is it a bomb type? Because it's never come up before, so it's probably like a plot item. Yep. Straight up countdown on the bottom of the screen. Well, would you look at us? Yep. Getting a little stuck. Passage of the Walker. I'd like to crawl through the space. I already had squeezed through. I was no longer in crawling territory at that point. These are crappy apprentice hammers because they're heavy. And if I get them out of the way, then they'll use up less weight. There we go. I don't know if I even used one of them. Maybe one. Nope, I don't think so. Okay, progress has been made. New mechanic has been established. That, go away. The projectiles are way more dangerous. Not only just the fact that they have projectiles versus melee and so they can hit you better, but as a machine, they're not very dexterous. So having a cannon that you just point at your enemy and shoot darts at them, like that makes more sense than trying to be like, I'm gonna make a complex machine that's gonna beat people with their club. Oh, that one blows up too. I'm like, I'm gonna beat people with their club hand, a giant ball mace with spikes. I'm like, it just seems ridiculous because you'd be like, why would you? It seems incredibly unlikely you're gonna be able to like hit people because you're a shitty machine. Like making a dexterous machine would be hard. Stop going back to world. There we go. I'm gonna avoid that for now, but we're gonna check that out. Bye-bye. I don't even know what the spider's supposed to do. Does it, like, poke me with one of his legs? Oh, shit. Hi. Hi! Have you not noticed me yet? Oh, you don't even have a... Oh, you got one shot. Oh. He didn't even have a, actual dart blower. So I came from... I got turned around, didn't I? Okay, so that door went there. Let's finish exploring the room I'm already in first before I go that way. You got darts. Darts. Darts are bad. There we go. It is oddly satisfying to knock the head clean off. It would appear that this place is a dead end after all. Dwarven Warhammer. Can I wear it? Nope. Get on the floor, stupid. Didn't really expect it, but I just... Always shopping for new Khajiit helms, because our options are so sparse and ineffective. Aye. Aye, 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 aye. Let's go back where we were. Was that Norenendur? Interesting. Maybe we'll check that at some point. What was that? That's a neat looking battle axe. Up. Nope. Nope. Yeah, here. Get. Go on, get. Don't care about your gems. I'm the goddamn Nerevarine. Diamonds are so low value compared to the types of values I'm used to trading in. This place is wet. The pipes are leaking. Oh yeah, there it is. That one tore straight out of the wall. But those fans are still blowing away. That stuff still works after all this time. What's powering it? Probably water flow, actually. Skybreak Galler is what this is called. Well, this is a striking visual. Neat. Oh, stuck. You can't catch me. I'm going to crouch through here. Haha, you didn't plan this far ahead. Sure, I'll use that thing. No, you're shooting darts at me. I can't just hide behind the thing from you. Thankfully, I'm very hard to hit, which is shown by the fact that I'm pretty sure a lot of these attacks are technically hitting me. As, like, they're hitting my hitbox, I think. But I think my RNG is in my favor, because I have a lot of things protecting me from taking damage in this game. So we put the core in place, which is where we're supposed to be. What's that? The journal's been updated? A lot of pages to go through. Ah, that's a volcano. If I understand the Dwemer symbols on the Karstan Kirkzakt, I believe the machine is now causing ash storms in Mournhold. Hooray, I'm a monster. Can I just change weather however I feel like? What's this one do? Okay, this is actually... Let's just stick with the one I was supposed to do, because I can't tell what these symbols mean in a lot of the cases, and judging by the fact that there's this many levers that I can pull in different combinations, there's probably a lot of options that the thing can scroll to. And it's probably just a bad idea to try to improvise, basically. Get. Shame on you, you were a bad robot. What happened to do no harm, robot? Oh, that was exactly where I needed to go. Let's check out the weird cave-in spot. I'm curious if there's anything cool in there. Probably not. As far as like stuff I'd take on for like things to use, but it doesn't hurt to just poke around just to look at it. Generally, I go into most of these dungeons expecting not to actually take any of them and any of the things I find inside with me. But I'd like to look at stuff. Hello, dark space. Underwater. Alright, multiple negative points against you at this point. Oh, it's a river. I mean, a ruin of a... What are they called? What are the demons called in this game? Dang it. Daedra. It's a Daedra ruin. The Teeth of the Gnash? Oh yeah, this is a whole thing unto itself. Well, these are ruins I've seen before and enemies I've seen before, so I'm not particularly interested, to be honest. I'll go on and do my own thing. Enjoy being weird ruins and stuff. Apologies to the city above us that I have now exposed their ilk to us, and I've made life worse for everybody. Because I've poked a hole in through the membrane that reattaches the rest of society to these horrible ruins full of monsters, but oh well. This world sucks and things suck in it, and this always happens. And I'm the Nerevarine, so I feel like I've done good. I've made up for some crap. I love that at some point I just hit a point where I just bunny hop everywhere. Like, I already liked doing it, but then I hit the point where I had my speed and agility and acrobatics and stuff up to a certain point while simultaneously having infinite stamina. So my fatigue never drains. And so now just, like, I just bunny hop everywhere. And it's just taken for granted. And I even hit, like, sort of a momentum where, like, I just get used to, the pattern at which I pace out the presses of the E button. It even kind of fits with, like, when you're in transit. When you're in transit between places, it's like a form of waiting. And when you're waiting, you kind of inherently, like, one of the gestures that can happen is you sort of tap one of your fingers over and over again. Well, yay, we ruined everything and we suck. We suck so hard. This was so not worth doing. Oh well. I mean, it's just an ash storm. It's probably not gonna kill everybody or anything, but like, why are we making Mournhold shittier? Almalexia is trying to scare people away from suicide? You're trying to scare people out of committing suicide. Like, how weird is that as a concept? Weird. But yeah, when you're awaiting gestures, often like tap your finger or your foot and stuff like that. It's like tapping my finger at a specific tempo to move faster is oddly satisfying. Almalexia, you done a bit of bad.
What may I do for you, my child?
Forgot about the garbage I left in front of you.
Bathe in the light of my mercy.
In my wisdom, I have sent you to activate the Kurtzakt. Tell me you have accomplished this task for your goddess. Well done, Pat Yelchin. This is the effect I was looking for. Ash storms in Mournhold. My magic will prevent anyone from further tampering with this machine. You will, of course, keep silent about this. My powers are a bit drained, mortal. They are not gone. My ordinators will take care of the remains of the End of Times cult and their leader. You have done well. What, you're just gonna wipe out their entire cult of people that just... Why? Because they're killing themselves? Like... I know it's not great to kill yourself, but it's like they're not hurting other people necessarily, except the people that just buy into the idea. Meanwhile, you're like, aha! I brought an ash storm upon my town, and like what? And you're threatening me. Also, I'm not mortal. I don't think. Wait, am I mortal? I guess I am mortal now since I took out the thing with Keening and Sunder. So. I guess no one's mortal anymore, right? I mean, no one's immortal anymore, I don't think. Aren't you immortal? You're not immortal now, right? That's how it works? Yes, the Kurtzakt is creating the weather just as I had hoped, and it will remain this way until I am satisfied these people have learned a lesson. Well, that's not very nice. The decorative tree... Oh... The city of Mournhold is strangled by the harsh weather. The decorative trees lining the city are dying, and the people are frightened. I can only hope the goddess does not allow this to go on for long. You suck. This is exactly what I was talking about. When I first heard the idea that all these statues and reverence and cities being named after people and stuff was all being attributed to people that were still alive and actually around, I was like, wow, these people are going to be shitty people when I meet them. And lo and behold, they are.
Bathe in the light of my mercy.
I am well pleased, good and faithful servant. My people look upon the elements and see there written a divine testament to my lordship. Did ever any other god display such dominion over the earth and sky? But now, with a heavy heart, I must lay a sad burden upon you. I bid you bring the peace of understanding to my missing hand. She's bragging. Did anyone ever do such a grand gesture? Any other god? I'm like, no. Also, you didn't. I did this. By going and pressing a button in a cavern that I'd fight through that you don't even know how... Not only does she... She's so pitiful that not only are her powers not real right now, and not only is she doing, like, power grabs and intimidating people and making life shittier for people just to make herself look better, but on top of all of that, she doesn't even know how to run the machine that does this. Only I do. Like, she's so shit that she doesn't even know how to run the machine that's doing this false display of power that she's claiming credit for. One of my most faithful guards, one of my very own hands of Almalexia, pledged to honor and protect and serve me in all ways, has lost his mind. Salas Valar has abandoned me, and now spews vile and slanderous untruths about me and any who would listen. I pity him, and know he is not responsible for his actions. To view the splendor of a god may drive even the strongest mortal mad, but now he presents a threat to us, and he is very dangerous. I fear you may not be able to spare his life. Now, he's probably right, because you are like a false god and terrible. Now Salas Valar haunts the streets and sewers of Mournhold. His wild, distracted manner frightens the people, and even my ordinators are afraid to confront so terrible a weapon master and war wizard. I beg you, seek out Salas Valar. Salas Valor. Relieve us of his threat and to my beloved people, and bring peace to my sacred city of Mournhold. It's easy to see why people would be gravitating to like the leadership of like the Thieves Guild and stuff like that, because everybody else, all the actual leadership people in this universe are all terrible people, basically. Like, the conflict we have here is between... We have Almalexia that does terrible, shitty things to people just to make herself seem powerful. And it's hard to tell if she actually is helping people in the first place. And then you have, of course, Halseth as a king that poisoned the last king so that he could take power, and he probably has no interest... He similarly has no interest in doing any of this stuff. Like, they're both shitty. They're both garbage. They're both constantly afraid of anyone who might question their power, and will do grand things and silence people and make life shittier for people just to make themselves seem more powerful. Like, there's nothing good about this. Salas Valor was once my most trusted hand and faithful servant, but recently his behavior has been erratic. He has been quiet and unresponsive, I am afraid. I may have allowed him to come too close. It is impossible that a mortal and a god might meet on equal ground, but perhaps he had deluded himself. I regret his lamentable state, and am sorry that I may have been partly responsible for his condition. And yet you're going to order me to kill him. Probably. Great.